This drives me crazy as a coach.
Please subscribe to my channel and click the bell to be notified.
When I see people saying, I don't want to take a walk, I didn't come to walk. Well, guess what? Aaron Judge takes walks, and when everybody's watching him, wanting to see him hit, he knows he can hit it out, but he takes when the pitch calls for him to take. So what I've seen, especially in slow pitch, because you can pick and choose your pitches that you can't really do in baseball and fast pitch softball. You got to kind of swing at strikes and not swing at balls. But in slow pitch, you can swing pretty much at anything you want. And I've seen a lot of guys, they'll come up to the plate and they'll, when they get a couple balls on them, they'll even swing and miss on a crummy pitch because they don't want to walk. Well, let me tell you, this is a team game. It's not about you. And actually, if you will follow along with my logic, taking that walk will actually help your hitting in the long run. So here's how that works. And then we'll talk about what it does for the team. I pitched for about 15 to 20 years. And if I saw someone that I knew wasn't going to, waste his at bat with, a walk, well, guess what kind of pitch I'm going to throw him? He's not going to get anything good to see unless I make a mistake. And maybe that's what you're hoping for. But more times than not, if I'm a good pitcher, which I thought I was, I can put it someplace that you're not going to be able to hit very well. And therefore, you don't walk, but 9 times out of 10 in that scenario, you're going to get out. And guess what? Most of the statistics that you want and the game you want to play is so that your team can win. And so helping them get on base, if you get on base, that raises your on base average, which raises your OPS. It doesn't affect your batting average, certainly doesn't affect it negatively if you get out, which it would. So what we want to do is get on base. Then the next time it forces the pitcher, he'll remember, and he knows he has to come into you. He can't just throw junk stuff at you. And if you have to take a second walk, eventually this discipline will help you get the pitches that you want. Have we learned nothing from Ted Williams' book on the science of hitting? I have a link to that book if you haven't gotten it and haven't read it. It is a great book below, so in the comments. So what you want to do is check out his little chart that shows batting averages based on if the pitch is a certain place. Every one of you has certain pitches that if you got those pitches, you could bat 500, 600, 700, 900. But if you get certain other pitches, you're going to be batting 200, 300, 150. There are just no possible ways that you can hit every pitch for 1,000. So what you're trying to do is get the pitch that you can drive. If you swing at bad stuff, the pitcher's not going to give you good stuff. If you wait out his inaccuracies, you will get the pitches more often that you can drive. So that helps you as a hitter. As a team player, it helps you just keep the train moving. The next batter, if I'm a pitcher again and I see that maybe the whole team has got that attitude, well, then they're never getting anything good. But if I get a couple of people waiting, then I've got to start grooving the pitch in so that you get your pitch. And if you don't get your pitch, the next guy gets his pitch, and on it goes. So the only exception to this would probably be if you hit doubles, triples, and home runs pretty consistently, well, maybe, because then the slugging percentage part of OPS would kick in at that point. Or if you have a staggered batting order when someone behind you has almost zero chance to get a hit, then maybe we've got to start swinging. So I'll give you that. But let me tell you a story about, we had a game we were behind by 6 runs, 7 runs. We got 5 of those runs. Guy up at the plate says, I don't want to take a walk. He's got one guy on third. His run is the tying run. We need that to come in. Fortunately for him, he did get a hit. Now that drove in the 6th run, but outside of a home run, his hit wasn't going to do anything other than get us closer. So we had now a runner on first base. Next batter, same attitude. I don't want to take a walk. Well, if he takes a walk, a couple things happen. One, now we've got a guy in scoring position on a single. We don't need an extra base hit. And 2, we have players behind him that can get a better pitch to hit, or the guy's going wild and he's going to walk more and even maybe walk in our tying run and go ahead run. As it worked out, I happened to come up when that first runner and second runner were on second and third, and I was able to get just a single, but it tied up the game. Next batter comes along and hits him in. We win. That's why you want to take your walks when they come to you.
Please subscribe to my channel and click the bell to be notified.
So I pitched for 10, 15, 20 years, and which is it?